Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be taking you guys through the function callout in Revit and how you can use that to create such detailed area sections, detailed floor sections, walls, doors, any kind of a detailed section in Revit. So you can find a callout function in the view tab, and to use the callout function you need to be able to open a view. So we'll get into the section 2 of this file, and if you don't already know, I have already placed callouts and I've already done some detailing on that. So first I'll be showing you what is the way that you can access these callouts and use them. So just click on the callout function and go to any sort of an area that you want to be detailed out. Let's say I'll choose this floor joint and click and just hover your mouse over the area that you want. I'll just take this area and then I'll be able to double click on this icon and go into the view of the callout. So this is my callout. You'll typically see a view like this with some levels and grids, and I just tell you, don't drag and select, because that is not going to be able to consider only the grid or the level. It is going to consider the whole model in itself. Like you can see everything is turning blue, that is being selected, and some things are not part of the model because this is a cropped view. So just select these views and hide them, and now you have a fresh view right here. And since you'll be doing some text annotations, I'll advise you to just make this area of annotation cropping a little bigger. And now you can start with the detailing of your section callout. So there are many ways that you can start this detailing with. Well, some things I usually do when doing the details of these any callouts is go into the annotate tab, and first, as I have assembled my file, I have done some materials that I've used in the walls and the floors. So I'll just use the material tag in the annotate tab to be able to get a quick text placement of these materials. And if the text is a little too big, I'll just tell you that you can lower the scale. So by lowering the scale, the text might disappear. So let's just control set here. That happens because the lower the scale is, the shorter will the text be, and any annotation will be. So first set the scale and set the detail level of that. I'll always prefer the fine detail and as low of the scale as possible if you want a very fresh detail, like the hatches and the annotations. The hatches, the lines are a little more cleaner on the 1:1 scale, but let's just keep it at 1:5 because we don't need to go into that much detail right now. So now we can just select any kind of a tag. I'll just select the material tag because it's the fastest for me. Then, as I can see, this is the floor finish. I'll Before clicking, I'll select the material tag and I'll just select the material, click, and then click again. This way, I can place any kind of the material finish or any kind of things that I wish to say about that model. So let's say that this is a material called JJ. I don't know what JJ is, but even if it is nothing to me, I can just name it as a gypsum board and just click anywhere on the model. It takes a little bit of time, but then it showcases this tag like this. So I can just use the material tag and name all of my materials right here. I'll just do this process quickly as you guys will already be aware of this. This is the gypsum board. This is the, so I can also name my joists here. I'll just do that. And I think I've got everything. So let's say that these are your annotations. I guess these are your text for the materials and everything. Then you can add some components in the detail menu in the annotate tab. Like I have shown an insulation board right here. But if it was a foam insulation board, if it was any type of an insulation, I can just use this command right here and set my wall width as it is a 100 wall, and just click and drag to place the insulation view. So you can clearly denote that this is the insulation. And just like that, you can also place filled regions. So let's say I wanted to show a concrete texture right here. I can just go into the region tab, take a rectangle tool, start just from here, and end it right outside because it's not going to be visible. So let's take a little bit of that space so it doesn't actually cut out. You can finish it and you get a simple hatch right now. But when you go into the edit type in the properties of that hatch and duplicate it first, I can just name this as a concrete hatch. Then go into the foreground fill pattern. You can search for any hatches that are available in Revit here, or you can go into some more hatches that are available in the model as of now. For drafting and modeling, both these hatches are available. So I'll just go for, you can also create a new fill pattern. So I'll just go for this concrete hatch right here. It's in the drafting menu. Yeah, okay, yeah. So now I can see a concrete texture right here. So that details it out a little. And if you want to go a little further in the detailing, always prefer doing as much dimensioning as possible. So I'll just do the, oh yeah. So now if I were to go and let's say I want to denote this 20 mm thickness. So you can just click once and then the line highlight that will appear. You can click twice on that and then you can get this dimensioning part of it and just repeat the process. And see yourself that you can make the model as detailed as possible. It totally depends on you on how much detail do you want. But I would say that mostly it is a very thorough process. So don't go too overboard. Like I feel for this section, all I need to do more is just to add some major text that I feel are missing. Like I can show my 300 mm thickness choice right here. Okay, so that project that is not visible right now. I'll just, yeah, that is why you need to have the annotation border to be a little more outer. Now I have this 300 mm thick choice, which I'll just align it. And if I had some more elements to uh, put out there, I'll just write them and denote my dimensions. And now this is a pretty simple section callout. And I'll just show you what you can do with it if you were to go and create a callout for actual construction drawing. Like let's say that I wish to take out a detail 4. So let's see where my detail 4 is. I believe this is my detail 4. So I took this call out and I just named a few things on that door frame channel. So this is how you can basically create a section callout. Now to place them on any sheet, it's very simple. Just go to the sections tab in the project browser and drag the section callout that you just made. You can name it, like I'll just name it a detail section, right? And then go to the sheet menu. Let's say I'll just create a new sheet and I'll just place my detail section. Where is it? Um, there's the section. Yeah. So the detail section try right here. And it looks pretty good, right? As I fill my sheet with more, okay, so I've already placed that view. Let's say if I were to fill that sheet, this, yeah. So I'll just fill my sheet with more and more details. And soon it starts to feel that the sheet and the level of detail is coming along nicely. So my detail gets, the level of detail in my sheet gets pretty good. So I can add a section view as well. And these 5 section views coming along with them. I can just move this a little here. and just move this down a little bit. Yeah, and move the section a little. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So you can also go and look at the different titles of those sheets. I've actually right now disabled the titles. So I'll just go with a duplicate of this and show title. Yes, show extension line. Yeah, that looks good. So you can enable this on all views. I did not because I custom texted the titles, but this is a pretty handy thing. You can also see the scale of the views and you can rename them. That will rename it here. So for doing a detailed section call out and placing it on a sheet, this was the procedure. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.